What's up, everyone? My name is Matthew Dale, and today we're going to be taking a look at this lick. This is, of course, one of Mark Knopfler's fantastic licks that he plays in the song Sultans of Swing. And there's a couple of really unique things about this lick that I think are worth mentioning. Before we begin, if you want a better understanding of music theory, go ahead and download my free Essential Music Theory cheat sheet. You can find it linked in the description below. Go ahead and hit the link and take one step closer to music theory mastery. Also, if you like content like this, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button and smash the like button. It really helps out the channel, and I thank you for it. All right, so the lick in question you just heard is that one there. Before we do anything, let's look at the chords that this lick is happening on top of. So in the song, this lick is played in the verse, and we're playing D minor, C, B flat, and then an A major. So most of these chords are coming out of the D natural minor scale. So you have D minor, and then the flat 7, the C chord, then the flat 6, and then an A chord following. Now, the A major chord is unique because it is non-diatonic to D natural minor. It is diatonic to D harmonic minor, which would be D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C sharp, and then back to D. The harmonic minor scale is the same thing as a natural minor scale, but with a raised 7th degree. Or you could look at it as just borrowing the major 7 from the major scale. And a lot of times songwriters and composers will use this sound on the 5 chord, so D, E, F, G, A on the 5 chord, to really pull your ear back to the tonic. So there's D minor, A major or A7, and then back to D minor. There's a lot of tension and release between those two chords. So this lick is placed right over the top of that A chord. And really, this lick starts life as a blues stock phrase, but rather than thinking of this lick in the key of D minor, where we might play that stock phrase up around the 10th fret, we're actually centering our attention on the A chord itself. So we're sort of matching an A scale with the A chord. So that this lick kind of starts looking like an A minor pentatonic lick. And there's that bluesy stock phrase. And that's a great stock phrase to use. You can use that as a launching point, which is what Mark Knopfler really does in this case. So to really break it down and look at it closely, I'm kind of in A minor pentatonic here for the time being, bending on the G string a whole step, and then playing a 5 and 5 on the B and E string. Then I go back to the B string on 5 and bend on the 8th fret of the B. And I bend that up a whole step. That's kind of the bluesy stock phrase. And if we're looking at this with the number system, we're bending the 4th to the 5th, hitting the 5th, again on the B string, going up to the root, back to the 5th, and then bending back up to the root. So a lot of roots and fifths in this with some bends. Now remember, we're not playing over an A minor chord where that lick really sort of fits in. We're playing over an A dominant chord. And because we're not playing any thirds, it works really well. That part of the lick works really well over the major chord. But what comes next is really indicative of the chord that we're playing over. So rather than staying in A minor pentatonic, for an A minor sound, Mark Knopfler actually, on the bend, hits the major third. There's that C sharp out of the D harmonic minor scale. And then he actually substitutes again. So rather than using a B flat that would be right out of harmonic minor, he uses a B natural. And this could be looked at as coming out of the D melodic minor scale, which would be D, E, F, G, A, B, C sharp, and then D. That would be D melodic minor. Also fits over an A major. So he starts with that blues stock phrase, bends up the whole step from the flat 7 to the root, hits the C sharp, and this is kind of a weird grip, so I'm bending on the 8th fret of the B string, and then I'm hitting the 9th fret of the E with my pinky. And then you release the bend, so releasing the bend on the B string, and then you quickly grab the 7th fret on the E string, the B natural note. And then you return to the flat 7 or the G note, the 8th fret on the B string, and do kind of a double scooped bend. So there it is, like broken down how you would execute this on the guitar. Really, this lick is kind of adopted from a pedal steel lick. Mark Knopfler was pretty heavily influenced by early American country, especially Chet Atkins. And this lick is very indicative of that. It's almost like if I was to play that sort of pedal steel. That's my fake B bender. Grabbing the B string from behind the stuff that I'm playing. And the lick is very unique in that it always kind of points our ear to the A major. There's not a whole lot of D minor stuff going on here. There's a lot of, playing a certain lick over this certain A7 or A major chord. And Mark Knopfler does this more and more. He does another lick in the song that sounds like this. And earlier, I think one of his first licks is just playing out of the A major box, the A major pentatonic scale, and then resolving it up to D. So he's really focused on this very unique chord in the chord progression. So the concept that I really like here is taking stuff that you already know or already aware of and manipulating it to fit a particular need. In this case, an A minor lick to fit over an A7 chord. If we look at the pentatonic scale a little bit closer, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1, and flat 3, that all works really well over a minor 7 chord. But it only requires a couple of tweaks to fit it over other chords. So what about an A7? The only difference between a minor 7 chord and a major 7 chord is the type of third that's in it. So we could say instead of flat 3, a dominant 7 chord has major third. So major 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1, major third. Now I kind of have this dominant or this 7 chord pentatonic scale. And then what about a major 7 chord? So same concept. Major 7 chords have a major third, 4, 5, major 7, 1, and major 3. And again, that's still all based around this pentatonic framework. I'm just manipulating the notes to fit over other chords. I hope you guys found that a little bit interesting. Remember, if you like stuff like this, to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. My name is Matthew Dale, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care.